Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I wanted to talk about the news and why it's hard for me to sometimes hear the news or read the news or find out anything in the news, basically. My dad always tells me and my siblings that we should, always keep up and know what's going on in the world. Because there are some crazy things I know that happen in the world. I mean, we all know that. And my dad says that he thinks that it's important for all of us to know, what's happening. And I don't read news articles very often, but when I do, I usually pick things that are news headlines that are, not so scary or confusing or anything, just something maybe kind of decent is for news headlines that I pick to read. However, sometimes when we're at the dinner table, my dad might talk about something that he saw in the news, and he'll say, "Hey, did you hear about what happened with this or what happened with that?" And it's not always, like I said, frightening or confusing, but some things can be, and I don't like that. Sometimes he might say something that happened in the news that's, a little frightening or confusing or scary or anything, and, I just feel like when I'm having a good day, sometimes I'll be having a good day and I'll just be thinking happy things, but then, when I hear news like that, I just feel like it kind of ruins my day or it kills my mood. Yeah, it just it kills my mood, and it just makes me feel like I said, confused or scared or anything like that. Yeah, one moment I was just feeling good, thinking happy things, and then all of a sudden I hear about something that happened, and then I'm just kind of like I said, confused and scared. And it can also happen, sometimes I'll be scrolling through YouTube or browsing on Google, and I can come across news headlines like that sometimes that say, like I said, frightening, confusing, and scary things like that. And that can also happen where, one moment I'm in a good mood and then I see that, and then all of a sudden I'm just kind of a little freaked out and I'm a little confused and scared. So that right there is a big reason why sometimes I just try to stay out of the news. But, like I said, when scrolling through YouTube or browsing on Google, news headlines just pop up like that, and it's hard to avoid. You see it, literally, almost anywhere, and it's very, very hard, to avoid. I like to sit here on my bed and sometimes watch YouTube, and sometimes I'll even go on my phone and I'll browse on Google on my phone. However, sometimes, I'll just be scrolling through YouTube here, and then all of a sudden I'll come across a news headline, and like I said, they're not always bad or scary, but sometimes they are. And especially, like I said, I'm in a good mood, just sitting here watching YouTube, and then all of a sudden I'll see that headline, and then it just kind of kills my mood. Same thing, if I'm on my phone here just browsing on Google, it, like I said, it kills the mood. And with me being an autistic person, I feel like I already have enough struggles on my own, and I just try to live life and just be happy every day. And sometimes hearing frightening or confusing things in the news can just make that worse. It's I don't need that in my life right now. I don't need this feeling of just this feeling scared and just confused and just worried all the time. So yeah, whenever I'm just happy, thinking happy thoughts, and then all of a sudden I see news headlines like that, I just kind of, and it's frustrating too because, like I said, I was in a good mood and now I'm like, are you kidding me? Kind of the thing, and, it's frustrating not being able to avoid it. Because, like I said, pretty much everywhere you go, whether it's on YouTube, Google, social media, or, any kinds of other social media, those news headlines, I guess, are everywhere. And it's very, very hard to avoid. So as much as I try to sometimes avoid the news, I just feel like I can't. Like, I can't stay out of the news because it just keeps popping up and showing up all the time. And the news is not only frightening and scary and confusing, it's also depressing as well. It can just kind of create not only this feeling of fear and confusion, but also it's just kind of a depressing feeling, like reading it, you get depressed. So yeah, the news, it's also depressing. And sometimes also at the dinner table, my dad will talk about, how messed up the world is, and I feel like he talks about that all the time. And that can get frustrating too, because I just feel like I know, I just kind of am having these thoughts in my head, like, I'm saying, like, I know you've told us this 1,000 times. Like, I didn't say it out loud, but like I said, that's kind of what I'm thinking in my head is just, you've told us this 1,000 times, how messed up the world is. It's like we know, kind of a thing. And I just don't really want to keep talking over and over again about how messed up the world is. And I know it's messed up. I do. But I just feel like sometimes he talks about it over, the same thing, even over and over again. And that can get frustrating because, like I said, I'm just trying to be happy and, live my life and not, especially if I'm having a good day, and I don't want something like that to bring my day down. So yes, folks, that is why I don't like, seeing or hearing the news sometimes. Because it's just, like I said, it's frightening, it's confusing, and it's depressing. And as I've said, I'm just trying to, be happy and just have a good day and think happy things. And then sometimes that can kind of kill the mood when I hear, news headlines like that. And when when somebody talks about it or anything. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, and also please give a like if you enjoyed this. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.